Welcome to Ignite Success, where we talk about people, places, and projects that fire us up. I'm your host, Suzie Becker, and I'm here with Sabrina Taj-Taj of Taj-Taj Acupuncture. Hi, Sabrina.
Hi, Suzie. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming to talk to me. So let's start with the basics of acupuncture. I have been wanting to try it, but my fear is that it's just pokey, sticky, painful. Let's break that stigma right now.
Let's break it now, because your thought is actually in syringes. You are thinking blood drawn. You are thinking that kind of poke, and this is nothing like that.
Okay.
So the needle is not hollow the way a syringe is. So nothing is being put into your, a needle is being put into your body, but it's so thin that you barely feel it. It's the size of a hair.
Oh, okay. So that's a distinction. So even getting an ear piercing
is much worse because it's thicker, because it needs to create space. This is not about, making a hole in you.
And so what does acupuncture do officially? I'm going to ask all those silly questions because I know it has something to do with nerves and releasing tension.
So it's not nerves.
Okay.
But they're called meridians. And so it's very similar to the nerve pathway, but it's not the nerve pathway, because you would feel if I put a needle into your nerve and you will jump.
Okay.
So it's a different, so it's a meridian line that goes to your body that has been, they've known about it for over 3,000 years, and it connects to different organ systems, and is to break the chi energy or the stagnations, whatever got stuck there, to make it flow so you feel better. And so you can't think of it as like a nerve system, because, your nerves start, in the back of your neck, all along your spine, really.
Right.
And it travels down, same thing with your venous system or arteries, then blood flows all over. So it's a similar kind of idea, but it's the flow of your energy to make things work correctly.
So you're right now dispelling some myths that I think a lot of people at some point or at my age are too embarrassed to even ask anymore. They've kind of placed these ideas in their head and they're like, yeah, I've overcome this. But over time, when we look back, you're right, thousands of years of Eastern medicine has transformed its way into our Western culture, and we're watching people's lives exponentially develop peace, joy, harmony, health. So can you give some examples of what can happen? How long does it take to feel the effects?
So it varies. It varies on how long you've had an issue. It varies on how long, things have been going on. It depends on your lifestyle. It depends on if you're compliant and you want to make changes. So there's so many variables. But let's say pain. Pain, that is what acupuncture is really known for in the United States or in most Western cultures.
That's right.
Pain depends usually on how long you've had it also. Let's say, like I always tell people when they come in and they want to know how many days, how many treatments.
We're an instant gratification society.
Instant gratification, but I'm like, are you going to rest? Are you going to
hydrate?
Are you going to actually, put warmth into the whatever area that you hurt so we can help it heal?
20 minutes
or
of
are
ice.
you expecting a miracle? And then it's, and so I do create miracles, I will say. But still, it's a lot of work on both our parts, and we work together to get this to happen. And so I do use a combination of hands-on, so massage, cupping, and I break down a lot of scar tissue, and then I use acupuncture to have you heal. So I always say, like, I'm healing, working to heal you from the outside in and the inside out. So we hit both sides to get you going. But it really also depends. It depends if you're going to be like, oh, I feel amazing, and I'm like, hey, don't push it today. But like, I feel so good. And then you go work out, and then we're back to square one, and maybe even negative one because you pushed it back because we have to work out, because that isn't our, we have to, because that's,
So it goes both ways. It's not just a fix, but it could be preventative also. If
100%.
You're doing this in advance of something that's starting to aggravate. How long have you been doing acupuncture?
Oh my God. I'm so bad with time. So I always try to go. So my son is 12, so I've been doing it longer than that.
Fabulous. And you moved to Northeast Florida about 2 years ago.
Little 2.5 years, a little over 2 years, yeah.
Excellent. How do you like it so far?
I love it.
Love it.
Love it.
I'm so glad.
It's the meshing of all my cultures. I love the history that is here. I love the buildings. I love the people. The people, I've never been so embraced by the community, and people are helpful. People stop by my house, which I used to never have that. I find food.
True.
All the time.
It really is. We're in the South now.
It's the best
So
place.
let me ask you one final question, Sabrina. Who inspires you and why?
My mother. My mother's always been there for me. It's thanks to her that I'm here. It's thanks to her that I've traveled the world. It's thanks to her that I got into acupuncture, because I was having an issue with a Western doctor that she was like, no.
Really?
She's like, we're done with this. We are looking for alternatives. And it's thanks to her that I fixed the issue. It's thanks to her that I went down this path. I mean, all of it is thanks to her.
Oh,
honestly.
wow. Well, we're grateful for your mom, and we're grateful for you, Sabrina.
Thank you.
To find out more about Taj-Taj Acupuncture and Sabrina, please find us on dailynewsnetwork.com. I'm your host, Suzie Becker. Stay inspired and inspiring.